So I'm here with Roy Stackhouse, who's the UK MD for Activision. I'm Teflon, by the way, and we're here to talk about the launch of Call of Duty Ghosts and what this means for the world, I guess. So it's the eve of Ghosts launch in the UK and around the world, and I'd like to go back a few months to a statement which came out saying that the pre-orders for this game were a bit lower than they had been previously. What has changed in the meantime? How has the landscape shifted as time has passed?
Well, I think what you find is there's certain points in time on the run-up to a launch of Call of Duty where things change significantly, and that's generally down to when we release the assets. So I'm not sure exactly what point in time that was, but what I do know is over the last 2 or 3 months where more and more assets have been released, where people have really understood what the game is all about, the innovation that we're bringing into the Call of Duty franchise this year, we've seen a very, very strong response from our fan base, so we're super excited to bring Call of Duty Ghosts to the market tomorrow.
Cool. And there was a recent tweet in the last few days from Mark Rubin saying that the Xbox One is going to be at 720p compared to 1080p for PlayStation 4. This was rumoured before, but has there been a shift at all? What kind of reaction have you seen to this news?
Well, you're probably best speaking to Mark about that and the development studios. I'm probably not the best person to answer that question from a technical perspective. The only thing that I do know is that whatever format you choose to buy Call of Duty on, it will be a fantastic experience. I know that for a fact.
Okay. Now, there was also a statement recently saying that GTA 5 has obviously taken your best-selling, fastest-selling records. How quickly do you think you'll be back to challenging for that title yourselves? I know there was quite a boisterous statement recently.
Well, I think time will tell. What we're concentrating on in this point in time is to make sure that the game that we bring to market is the best it can possibly be, which it will be. It's by far and away the best Call of Duty that we've ever brought to market, and that everybody who wants to get it can get their hands on it from midnight tonight. So that's what we're concentrating on now, and then we'll see what happens post that.
Yeah, yeah. Do you feel it's important for your game and the industry as a whole, for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, to get a good launch this Christmas? Oh,
without doubt. I mean, it's probably one of the most exciting times to be a gamer. At the moment, you've got some great franchises coming into the marketplace, and you've got the next generation consoles to play them on, and I think from a consumer's perspective, in many respects, you can get a double whammy this year. You know, you can buy into your favourite franchises. So we're really looking forward to people coming into the Call of Duty family again tomorrow on current gen, but then the opportunity to trade up at a later date into the next gen consoles, which is going to take gaming onto the next step.
How important do you see that ability to step up?
Well, I think it's vitally important for the lifeblood of the games industry. We know that the first parties will bring great consoles to the marketplace, which they are. We just need to make sure now that people get the opportunity to seamlessly upgrade up into the next gen, which we're doing through Call of Duty. You can take all your achievements and that across with you. We're trying to work with both first party with Sony and also with retail to try and make that journey as seamless as possible for a consumer and our fan base, and it's not an onerous task, and we believe that we can do that this quarter. So it's incredibly important, but it's incredibly exciting as well. You know, we don't get these consoles coming to the marketplace very often, so when they do, I think we need to embrace them and move forward.
Yes, the last major console release was the Wii U, and it's been interesting to see that some developers and publishers have sort of fled that platform as it hadn't quite got the traction beneath it. You seem to be supporting it quite well. I mean, what is the decision behind this? Is there something you're going to be evaluating?
Well, I mean, Nintendo have a great track record of bringing great consoles to the marketplace, and I think it's a bit too early to be writing any console off at the moment, yet alone the Wii U. I mean, there's a big stable in the Nintendo in family that hasn't come to the Wii U yet, and we're sure that Nintendo will make it a success, and that's why you'll be able to buy Call of Duty on the Wii U.
Yeah, yeah. The start of the new generation is typically the point where developers and publishers start to experiment with new franchises and different takes on what they've got before. Is Ghosts that for Call of Duty, and will we see this trend more with Activision's products in the future?
I think without doubt. I mean, one of the things that's made us extremely successful over the years is our ability, for the development studios that we work with, is their ability to continue to innovate. And I think you'll see that in Ghosts. I mean, from both a multiplayer and a single player perspective, you know, there's so much innovation in Ghosts. It's quite frightening, really, what these very intelligent people at Infinity Ward are bringing to the market. If you look at the single player, it's just a whole new universe, a new story, a new way in which you can play. I mean, it's the first time ever that you're going to be the underdog in a Call of Duty game, which I think is fantastic, and I think it's really going to excite, you know, the fan base. And then you look at some of the changes that are made with regards to multiplayer and how you can play there, and the different modes in which you can play, and the create a soldier, which I think will go down in a storm, and the fact that you can actually play for a woman now for the first time ever in a Call of Duty, I think it's a fantastic step forward, because we know we have so many female fans out there that love Call of Duty. I just think you start putting all that into the Call of Duty part, together with the fact that it's still classic Call of Duty, so it will still be heart pumping, high adrenaline, fast action. It's going to be a great game.
Do you at all feel that the competitors are snapping at your heels a little bit with Call of Duty?
All the time, but that helps, and I think that keeps us focused to make sure we stay one step ahead. I think competition is great for everybody. It's great for us, and it's great for the gaming community. So long may it continue.
Yes, yeah. With the retail and digital markets, how important is retail still for your overall sales? I mean, there have been recent attempts to push closer to a digital future.
They're immensely important. I mean, if I look at what we're managing to achieve just over the next 24 hours with retail, it shows you just how important they are. You'll be able to buy Call of Duty Ghosts in over 4,500 retail outlets tomorrow, and there'll be over 2,000 of those will be open at midnight. So for us, retail is just as important as it's ever been. Of course, digital is coming into the marketplace, and we need to make sure that we can answer the needs for our fan base who want to purchase on digital. But the overwhelming, the biggest part of the marketplace this year will be retail, and the support that we get from those guys is absolutely stunning, year in, year out.
Yes. One key sticking point for digital purchases usually seems to be the price, especially in this country where a lot of games are subsidised and prices are cut closer to the wholesale value. Is this something that you are looking at for the future, with trying to get the price more in line with what people can get in the shops in the UK?
Well, we always want all our products to be as competitive in the marketplace as possible, and we review that on a regular basis, whether that be retail or whether that be digital, so it's something that we'll continue to look at.
Do you also feel that the general infrastructure is holding people back?
Well, I think there's some challenges in the UK when it comes to digital. I don't think it's any surprise that we don't have the fastest broadband speeds in the world. I think neither do I where I live. So I think that will always play a factor. But I think, on the other side of that, though, you would always still have people who just want to go out into a retail outlet, they'll want to pick up a box, they'll want to touch it, feel it, read the back of it, go and purchase it. So I think both have a part to play going forward. I think once the infrastructure gets better, I think digital will probably become more prominent in the way people purchase video games, but I still think there's an awful long way to go in the UK before we get to that stage.
Cool. Finally, there is the big Call of Duty launch party tonight. Who is your money on, not literal money, but who is your money on to win the celebrity-led Call of Duty tournament?
Wow, I wouldn't have a clue, and that's not me dodging the question. I seriously wouldn't have a clue. All I do know
is this because you don't know who these people are?
No, I know who they are. I just don't know, how good they are at playing Call of Duty, and more importantly, how good their teams are going to be. But I mean, we've got a fantastic lineup. I mean, I'm sure you're aware of who's going to be there tonight. So we've got Whistle Kicks, Wretch 32. We've got Daniel Sturridge, Andros Townsend, Jamal Edwards.
Would you maybe keep it in the Activision family and back Tina Palacios?
I have to stay neutral in this, I guess.
Just you the judge, is that?
No, I wish I was, but I think it would be nice. I think it's going to be great for whoever wins. I mean, the whole idea that a a video game can command such a launch party, I think, which we've done on, you know, year after year after year now, is fantastic, and that these people want to come and be part of, you know, what is pretty much a phenomenon now, I think is great. So may the best man or woman win, I guess.
Cool. All right, thank you very much for your time.
Okay, you're welcome.